In this question, we're seeing that the product of two integers is 546. We're also seeing that the first integer is 11 greater than twice the second integer. So x is the first number, y is the second, and integers are numbers with no decimals. So now we can do some substitution to solve this out. X is 11 plus 2y. So every time we see an x, we can replace it with 11 plus 2y. So we have xy is 546. So 11 times 2y, 11 plus 2y times y is 546. So right now we just went into the equation that said xy is 546, and we substituted x with 11 plus 2y. Now we're distributing this way. The y gets distributed into the first parentheses. So 11y plus 2y squared is 546. Now this is a quadratic, so we preferably want everything on one side with x squared equal to 0. So we'll take away 546 and rewrite it as 2y squared plus 11y minus 546 equals 0. Now we're trying to find y. The numbers are a little big, so instead of factoring, let's use the quadratic formula, which you should have memorized. Negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So our a is 2, our b is 11, our c is negative 46. So solving that, that's negative 11 plus or minus the square root of 11 squared minus 4, 2, negative 546 all over 2a. Negative 11 plus or minus square root of. And now, when you're doing the quadratic formula, most of the mistakes will come from this little area here for most students. You want a single number there with a single sign. So 4 times 2 times 546 is 4,368. And it's all positive because there are two negative signs. So it'll be 11 squared, 121, plus 4,368 all over 2 times 2. Now we have negative 11 plus and minus square root of. Now we're adding the 121 to the 4,368, which is 4,489. That's all over 4. And we're going to continue solving by taking the square root of the 4,489. And the square root of that is 67. So you have negative 11 plus and minus 67 all over 4. So if we play the positive, 67, negative 11 plus 67 over 4 is 56 over 4, which is 14. And negative 11 minus 67 is going to be negative 78 over 4, which is negative 19.5. Now we know these are positive integers. So we're going to pick the 14. So y is 14 because that's the positive one. We got one negative answer, but we were told from the beginning that our answer couldn't be negative for either integer. So now that we know that y is 14, let's plug that into one of the original equations. We have x is 11 plus 2y, and we found out that y is 14. So that's 11 plus 28, which is 39. So our two integers, x and y, x is 39, y is 14, and the smaller of the two integers is 14, which is b.